Alright, look what I got back. Came in the mail today. So I'm about to disassemble the computer and clean the J3 port properly and install it, put it back together, and set the base timing at 10 degrees with the spout connector out, and then plug the spout connector back up and take it for a test drive. Alright, chip is installed. I cleaned the J3 port pretty good. A little bit of Scotch-Brite. Where's it at? Well, my Scotch-Brite's missing now. That was the other half of it that I ripped off. But anyways, just cleaned it with the green Scotch-Brite. Used a little bit of a grease and wax remover when I was done, just gently on a rag. Had a nice cross hatch pattern on the actual J3 port where it plugs in, so I knew it was good metal exposed. Plugged it in, bolted it back up. I kept the A9P sticker on here, just so I'll always be able to identify it, because I've actually got another A9P spare just in case something ever happens. I got 2 of them back probably about a year or 2 ago, because they're getting harder to find and everybody wants an arm and a leg for them, so I've got 2 of them just in case anything ever happens. But I kept that on there just so I'll always be able to identify it. So I'm gonna put this thing in, set the timing at 10 and see what happens. Slight little surge, not bad. I think the computer just needs time to learn. Alright, yo, so I started to film this before I even started taking this stuff apart, but I'm going to be moving my air-fuel ratio gauge to right here, just because that's a blind spot whenever I'm driving. This is basically in the way of my gauge, and I have to either lean forward or turn the wheel a little bit, and either one of those is a bad idea. So I'm going to go ahead and move this up to here. I didn't really want to put any holes there, but don't really have a choice unless I do the gauge pod, but I'm really not a big fan of those. So worst comes to worst, I don't ever plan on getting rid of the air fuel gauge, so it's not like the holes will ever be exposed. So anyways, also every time I drive this car and shift gears, I never ever pay attention to that one. This one and the factory one is dead on. There's no fluctuation between the two, and I always pay attention to that one and my shift light because I can look straight ahead. This one I have to glance off to the side just a little bit. So I'm just going to do away with that one. It's basically just not even being used, I guess you could say. It's a good tack, there's no problem with it. I've tried to get myself used to using that one, and it's just easier to use the factory one and the shift light. I'm totally happy with that. So that's going to be coming out, and I'm going to move the air fuel gauge there, and I'm going to finish hooking up the nitrous button. So we'll see how much I get done today. Alright, as y'all see, I've got the air fuel gauge moved over in a good spot. I'm actually happy with it right there. I just want to try to get something to cover that up a little bit, and make it look a little better. So this time I think I'm gonna go with this button for my nitrous, and I think I'm gonna put it literally like right there on the shifter. There's zip ties that go around it. My only thing is, I guess, is just going to be a little bit of loose wire right there unless I run it underneath. But I'd be afraid of this wire get caught up in the tracks of the gear shifter. I'll be going T5 within the next couple of months, so I'm not too worried about it. Unless I just run. I think I'll just run it keep it right there and just run the wire, like, you know, in the corner there, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. I could play with that idea, but I think that's what I'm gonna go with. We'll see what happens. Now I still got my two-step hooked up on this. Y'all know, I know y'all probably been seeing it in some of my videos and wondering what the heck it is. That's still my two-step. I need to get a bracket somehow that I can mount it onto my actual steering wheel. I believe they make one that goes around it like this, and then you can like slide the button in it whenever you want to use it. I need to look into getting one of those. I don't want to do away with my stock steering wheel. I want to keep everything street car, everything the way it came from the factory, basically. So right now I'm just having to hold that for the two-step. I press the brake, hold that, and as soon as I let off the brake, or as soon as I let off this, two-step, you know, doesn't engage anymore. So not too sure how I want to do that, because holding this in my hand for the two-step and then my hand on the shifter, I mean, it's not too bad. Obviously I can't do it holding the phone, but have my hand on the shifter, a nitrous button ready, and then this will be in my hand. That's the way I've done it in the past. So literally once it's in my hand, I don't have to let go of nothing, you know. And then my hand is continuously on the shifter, so it might work out. I don't know how I'm gonna do the nitrous. I guess I'm gonna do the nitrous on a throttle switch, which I actually have one, but it's just really hard to mount up with the AOD cable. The AOD cable is all in the way. Before I forget to put it back in park, I'll show y'all the one I have. Let's see here. So the one I have is, I don't know if I can see that or not. Oh shoot. Well, it came out the bag for me. That's the one I have. And the bracket, I actually have one already mounted up somewhere. I got a mess in this garage. I need to clean it out. Here it is. I had this one. And I was trying to mount it, you know, on the studs, but I can't. If I put it at the bottom stud, the AOD cable, see how the AOD cable like sticks out right there? It hits it, and it's all in the way. If I put it on the back side, it's just no good way. So I'm probably gonna have to wait till I go T5 to do the throttle switch, is what I'm thinking. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. Alright, yo. So I came home and I finished the install of the nitrous button, and I got it hooked up right here just like I wanted. Got it nice and clean. I ran it down through the, it's kind of dark here, I'm trying to make sure y'all can see. I ran it down through the little shifter bezel here. I just raised it up, ran it through, ran it underneath here, tucked up in there where you can't see it, up behind the heater control, the AC control, and this wire right here is the one I still gotta tidy that up right there, but it works. Check it out. Oh yeah, looks good too. So let me unplug that. That thing annoys the heck out of me. So I got that finished. The only thing I need to do now is figure this out for the two-step. I'm gonna look online tonight when I get ready to lay down and see if I can find something to go around the steering wheel that's not gonna, like, you know, destroy my steering wheel, because it's like mint condition. There's no sun damage to it or nothing. So I want to keep it that way and keep the cover on there if I can. So we'll see what I can come up with for the two-step. But nitrous is done. Well, I say it's done. I still gotta I'll show y'all. I still gotta put the nozzle back in the intake tube and hook the nitrous line up, which I have. Come on. Right here. So once I get that, I can hook that back up and we're good. And then get my bottle filled, obviously. So little by little, y'all, trying to get it done. I just do like an hour here, hour there. Still want to take that bracket off back there. That's for the barometric pressure sensor. I want to take that off and paint it. That's just surface rust on there, so make that look a little better. So I actually got to thinking, I've got the nitrous hooked up, yeah, but I really need to have a arm and disarm switch. Totally slipped my mind. Maybe I can put a small little switch, because I've got the wires tucked in here pretty tight. Maybe I could put a little arm and disarm switch here, or since I've got the main hot going underneath there, I can just, you know, mount a switch down there somewhere. That's what I'll do. That way it'll be out of sight. Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I got to thinking of my nitrous system when I had it hooked up on a Trans Am, how I had an arm switch. I actually had it mounted like in the console, but I don't want anything like that to be, you know, visible. I'm trying to keep everything look, you know, sleek and clean like the factory look. But yeah, I'll just do that. I'll just mount one underneath there. When I'm ready to use it, I'll just turn it on and then it'll be activated. So we'll go from there. So I also meant to say that the car's running pretty good with the chip in it so far. There's still a slight little surge at idle. It seems to be getting better the more I drive it. I'm thinking it's just taking the computer a little bit of time to learn. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But it's running pretty good. Air fuels, as y'all saw, the air fuels are staying pretty happy. It's staying around 14, 15 pretty much throughout all the RPM bands. So it, you know, once you get past about half throttle, it goes down to about 12, 13 at the richest. So but seems to be happy, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so as Sammy says on Boost Is My Friend is his channel, his name's Sammy. He says, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy right there. Blocking my mailbox. Mail ain't gonna be delivered today. Look at that empty driveway. Look at all that parking right there in the front. That other trash can. But you gotta park right there. Alright. So just a heads up, when you go to grab your trash can, black widows love to live up in these things. There she is right there. Probably can't see her though, but there's some eggs. But the webs are all over here. Everywhere. They really love to live up front here. Which I sprayed them already. I sprayed it with some brake clean, it killed them all. But, yep. You gotta watch out for that.